While this pandemic rages on, the president is acting like a mad king, raging only about himself. Think about this, because this is literally the worst of the pandemic, which we thought we had seen a few months ago, but because, and I'll say it quite frankly as fact, it was so poorly handled. It was so pathetically handled. We are still here, and people are still dying. And on your screen, you'll see almost 250,000 fatalities due to this coronavirus, and many of those fatalities were not necessary, could have been mitigated, could have been prevented by good leadership. And the president is raging on. And while I told Jonathan Lemire yesterday on the show, we're past his stupid tweets. I mean, it's just not even worth reading them on the air. It's a waste of time. It's insulting to the intelligence of the viewer. The fact that he is raging on Twitter about, I won the election, like a little boy stamping his foot because he didn't get something he wants, while people are dying, while that platform could be used to amplify CDC guidelines, while that platform could be used to show empathy and compassion, while that platform could be used to lead on this, he is abusing it. It's malpractice. It's beyond unpresidential. It's almost, well, it's a complete disservice to the American people.
Yes, it is, Mika, and we know he's not going to change. We know he's going to continue doing this. He rants and raves only about how cruelly he's being treated by, I guess, the American people who voted him out of office. This, as you said, the stamping of the feet is disgraceful and ridiculous and just stupid. But it is unconscionable that leading Republican officials, sitting senators and members of the House of Representatives and governors, go along with this fiction and help him impede a necessary transition that is taking place in the midst of a huge crisis, a huge public health crisis. Governors, Republican governors who tried to stay on his good side by not earlier imposing the kinds of restrictions and measures and mask mandates that they should have, are now having to backpedal. There's a new mask mandate in Iowa where the governor refused to impose one simply because their health systems are rapidly approaching the point of collapse under the weight of coronavirus cases. We went from 10 million cases to 11 million cases in less than a week, in 6 days. So the curve is vertical at this point. And this is the worst of the crisis. And at least for the next while, it will surely get worse. And the president is actively impeding a reasonable response, a compassionate response, a good response to the virus, and thus is killing people. It's going to kill people.